eating this like
Ew.
off-colored Cheeto.
Oh
You
my
know?
god. Oh,
I'm gonna be sick.
I don't think.
Yeah. So as you guys go down this ramp into, and you're kind of slipping a little bit, but with your your winter clothing, you have enough traction where you're not going to need to make a acrobatics check or anything. So you come down to this bowl, and it empties. The base of the bowl opens up into a perfectly round bowl with about 15 tents, and it's like a small village, and there's all kinds of whale bones that are sticking up, all kinds of totems sticking out of the ground with straps of leather hanging off with other fish bones, and all kinds of bags and crates, all here in an empty village. You don't see a single soul. There's a couple fire pits, by the first tent that you walk up, you walk close to, near the edge of the bowl, and it looks like there's a lot of frost in this bowl, like it hasn't been used in a very long time, probably years.
So the fire pits looks like they haven't. I mean, it looks like it hasn't been used or lit in
Yeah,
years.
the first one, and then you go to the next tent down, same thing.
What about like tracks in the snow or anything that shows that there's been people marching around here?
You don't even need to do a perception check. You look around and you're scanning around the bowl, between the tents, around the middle there. There's sort of like a big pit in the middle of this bowl, and there's no tracks. Not a single track. Not one.
I
Yeah,
think
so it
they've
looks
been
like-
obliterated by the snow and ice.
And the snow and the wind.
So that must mean that it's been quite a while
Yeah.
since this has happened. Well, let's go into one of these. I mean, this really looks intense around here.
Too soon.
It
Too
was
soon.
on his piece of paper. He looked down. I saw him.
So let's take a look at one of the tents now. Dave, you were saying earlier that there's a larger tent than the rest.
Sure,
Let's go to
there is.
let's go to this large tent, you guys, and let's see
It's-
if we can.
Yeah,
we
it's
can
sort
get
of
some kind
off
of a
in the
clue.
back in the middle, sort of up against one of these. Actually, it's near two of these ice spires, several of the largest ice spires that jut up about 200 feet. Absolutely.
And I'm trying to stealth, Dave, but I forgot that I have armor, so it's difficult for me to stealth with this armor.
No problem. You're clanking through the snow and creating footprints about 2 inches deep, and you four individuals are the only ones that are producing footprints around here.
Okay.
You see no other footprints.
And I want to keep my eye to the horizon as well, because what I know about ice dragons is they blow a lot of fire and that they fly. So I want to make sure that if I see a shadow or anything in the sky, that I'm ready to dive to one side and get under Widow.
Sure. You go into this larger tent, and as you open up the tent, it has like a double door, and there are several straps holding this tent door shut from the inside. And you take your knife and you cut through the middle of the tent, how it's separated by the two doors. You cut the straps, and as you lift this strap, which is all made out of like seal hides and and these winter bear hides and whatnot, the leather is so hard, it hasn't been moved in some time. So as you move it, ice kind of breaks off of it, as there's like a layer of ice that's kind of encrusted the outside of this tent, and it shatters like glass, and you can hear it snap, sort of like a Dungeons and Dragons fifth edition book, when you open it up for the first time and you hear all the glue shatter and your pages start falling out. It sounds like that. So as you open up this tent, you look in and you can see that there are several dead individuals in here, and they're wearing like a sort of like skins as outfits, boots.
And what race are they?
They're
gonna go up
human.
to one of the individuals.
Sure.
Humans, huh?
And you go inside, and there's a large table, this is probably the hall of this village, and there's a table that has placings for about 20 individuals, 9 on each side, and then 1 on each end of the table, for a total of 20 seats. And
Okay.
there's all kinds of I want to say cases with trophies, and a lot of tusk as well. These large tusk rib bones actually holding up you can see these probably whale bones, whale rib bones that are holding up the actual leathers and the skins, and you can see that they're bound together with string and other straps.
So it looks to me like this isn't like a temporary.
No,
these
this
aren't
is a
tents that
permanent
are set-
village.
This
yeah.
is like a permanent village
Yeah.
that looks like people are living here. So this people have been living here for a while, but now it's empty. So
Yeah.
I'd like to start investigating a little bit. Maybe I want to look at some of the settings, and what I'm specifically looking for is I'm looking for any kind of markings that are going to show if these guys are in that blood cult. Or
Yeah,
the,
there's 2 individuals that are perished in this tent. There's one that's sort of off on the side, on the floor, leaning up against a sort of like a case. And then there is also another one that is sitting on like a throne at the end of the room, where there are several very large hides on the ground in front of him.
Oh, like he's nobility? I mean, I'm a noble,
Yeah,
so do I
possibly,
get some
yeah.
kind of an insight?
You can tell that this individual is sitting on this throne, and he's dead, but he's preserved because it's so cold here, and he's not.
Can we
he's
tell
not
how they
decomposing.
died?
Possibly with a medicine check. I'll let you do is it medicine or healing in 5e?
Medicine.
I'll let you do a medicine check.
Well, if you don't mind, I'll go ahead and do that. I got a +4, but we can both do it.
Alright.
Sure, you can both do it. Sure, you're looking at one, and the other person's looking at another.
Look at the one guy. I'll look at the guy on the throne, since reasons.
Sure, Widow. It seems like it's out of your league
Yeah.
to try
I
and
had my,
determine something. Yeah. Now, as for Tiberius, these guys, you could tell that they're bone. You're kind of like taking his loins that he's wearing as clothing, and you kind of peel it back a little bit, and you can see his ribs are showing, and his face is super skinny, so his eyes are really sunken into his head. It looks like they probably died from hunger, either hunger.
Oh my God, that's
or,
horrible.
Yeah, they died of hunger, or possibly the combination of both, not having any food and the temperature.
So Widow, maybe when we get back to town, I can give you a couple of hints on how to tell if somebody's died from hunger or not. But you can tell from their
Read my
emaciated
Read my
skin.
mind.
You guys don't know that he has that helm.
No,
That's out of character.
he said
But-
something about a throne. Did I miss something?
Yeah,
It
there's a
looks
throne.
like there's a throne
made
Yeah.
out of bones.
In a camp.
Yeah, made out of a couple large bones. Probably maybe a mammoth. Large.
So it's a
bones
throne
are-
of bones instead of swords.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright.
It's
So
it's
you guys,
the game
listen,
of
I can-
bones.
The game of bones.
Sorry.
If we need to, if we can't find enough information on this, maybe I can try to summon this guy's spirit, and we can all ask him a question each to figure out what's going on here. What do you guys think?
I think he's been dead too long.
We're in a large tent here, or is it still outside?
This
You're
is
in
the
a
large tent.
Yeah, it's an.
Okay.
This is the tent that's on the opposite end of where you entered this village or this bowl, because it is protected from the wind. But it's still got a little bit of wind, but not like you're standing up on, on the iceberg. As you guys crescented over the hill where the wall was, yeah, that was pretty windy. But it's still windy, but nothing like it is in this bowl. And there's no wind in this tent, of course, so. So what do you want to do with it? You want to cast spare the you want to cast Speak with the Dead, right?
Well, I think
is that
I
a
think
ritual or is that a cantrip? No, it's not a cantrip.
It's like a regular spell, but I don't think it's going to work
or
because
second level, maybe.
I don't think it's going to work because it can only be if somebody has died within the last 10 days. And even though these guys are well preserved because of the cold, it looks to me like they've died longer than 10 days ago. So I don't believe this spell's going to work.
It looks like they've been deaded for quite a number of years.
With your medicine check and plus what you had seen with the fire pits outside, definitely been more than 10 days. A lot longer than 10 days.
Yeah, so I'm not going to be able to, I won't be successful. His spirit's too far gone. I'm not going to be able to pull it back and be able to talk to him. We're going to have to figure out what happened the old-fashioned way, and that's sit back and let your cronies find some clues.
I smack him in the back of the head again.
Ow!
Dave!
Oh, okay, I'll help.
Yeah, sure.
David, whilst young Tiberius is and Mrs. Widder are investigating the dead bodies, I'm going to be looking for either a stack of firewood or something like frozen, what's the word I'm looking for? Mammoth dung or something like that. What do they use for their fires, and is there a supply of it?
There is on one side of the hall, there is a sort of like a bin of what looks to be dried, I want to say, inner linings of the skin, dried intestines, and they would probably burn something like that. That would be some pretty decent fuel when lit up. You would actually been able to tell that with all of your military training that you've had in the past, and your survival training. Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okie dokie. I don't think there's going to be much here, but we has got this what we could burn to make fire and keep warm, so we could have this as an emergency base of operations if we needed to.
The one thing that you do notice, though, Shrump, there's not enough there in that bin. It's probably would act like a kindling would. Now you do find several large vats of whale oil. It would you do find several vats of oil, which would be whale oil.
So we could burn the.
That would be the main way that that would be the main way that they actually were able to keep warm was from the whale oil.
Hey, you know what we
that
could
makes
do?
more sense.
We could put the whale oil on the ice wall and just thaw everybody out.
If you want to carry it up by bucket, or we could just chip them out.
No.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I think I like your idea, Shrump. This is a great place to set up a base. We can stay nice and warm, but I'm kind of concerned, guys. I mean, there's a dragon somewhere. How are we going to find a dragon?
I think you go outside and you stand around making noises like a distressed maiden, and they turns up and eats you.
So everybody's pretty much going to be inspecting inside of this. I would imagine everybody would be kind of looking and turning over
I've got my
things.
book out, making notes and checking everything.
Yeah, everybody give me an investigation check and drop it into the tower.
Drop it into the tower.
Oh, finally I get to use investigation. I like my best skill.
Yeah. I love the tower. I need a skill check from Shrump.
Oh, I did drop it into the tower.
Investigation. Make sure the little lights light up on the tower when you go to drop it. Cool thing about the tower, check this out. When you drop it on the tower...
Did that work?
See the lights in the tower come on? Nope, I didn't see it, no.
Did you see mine, Dave? I drug it.
Yeah, oh yeah, I got...
Okay.
Sorry, dragging the wrong blob across. Sorry.
That's okay. Shrump, you're the one that actually stumbles as you're, kind of looking around the throne, and you're looking at the vats of oil, and you're walking back across the room to avoid that large banquet table. Your foot kind of sinks down into the carpet. You know, these skins, these rugs that are laying in front of the throne, and you kind of move them, and there is a very old, brittle, one of the only things that is actually wood that you've seen, and you hear it, you know, kind of break and splinter as you step on it, because you're a big burly half-orc, you know. So you move the rug and you see a door. No, I'm not saying you're fat. I said you're a big burly half-orc. You're muscular. So you see this door that's kind of sunken down into the snow now. And also about these Northmen. These Northmen are well over 6 foot tall. These chaps are probably 6'5", 6'6". They're like the size of shrimp. These are huge.
But they're humans.
Humans,
they're
they're the Northmen. Yeah, the men of the North. Yeah, and they're huge.
It's back before the internet.
Yeah, this is way before the internet. So these guys are definitely over 6 foot tall. They're
I think what she's
5,
saying
6,
is
7.
because everybody always says they're 6 foot tall on the internet.
Everybody
no matter how
is.
tall they really are.
I'm 6 foot.
I'm over 12 feet
as am
tall.
I. I'm 6 foot tall, and so is my penis.
Nice. Very nice.
Both of them.
So you found a
both of them.
door. Yeah, you found a door that's both of them.
I shall call out, going, I think my foot has found something. I think I found a door. Look, I scraped the ice floor away or snow floor away,
Sure.
and reveal.
All right, yeah, I like that.
door.
You chip at it for a couple minutes. You know, you're chipping at that ice.
And I'll stand back and I'll have my arms crossed, waiting for Shrump to get the menial labor done, get the door chipped out, and then I'll be sure to step in afterwards.
Sure. So after a couple minutes, Shrump gets the hatch opened up, and there is about with your let's see. I think the half-orc. I believe the half-orc gets.
He has 60-foot dark vision.
Do you have dark vision?
I do indeed, Guff.
Okay.
Do indeed. Got dark vision. See in the dark.
Let's see if you don't have dark vision. It's low light vision.
I don't think the half-orcs get dark vision in 5e. Do they really? This hole is dark, and you can see that this hole
dark
goes
vision
down.
60.
This hole goes down 60 feet past your dark vision. And
Dave, I'm gonna
it
go
looks
ahead
like
and-
it's.
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. It looks like there's about 5 feet of ice, and then it opens up into a huge chamber. And then past 60 feet, you can't see anything else past that.
So let me go ahead and ball up a snowball out of
Sure.
some of the ice that's accumulated or snow, and then I'm going to cast light on it.
Oh,
And I'm gonna kinda-
I like this.
I'm going to throw that snowball down there and see how far that it goes down.
Well, it won't go much past about 10 feet. You throw it like a girl.
Oh, wow.
Well, if that is the case, let me go ahead and hand it to you, Shrump. Shrump,
I
here.
like it.
I know you're good at handling balls. Why don't you go ahead
Oh.
and throw this as far down as you can see? Let's figure out how deep that goes, so we're not surprised. So I'll
Wow.
hand that snowball to you, Shrump.
You said you're good at handling balls. That's
Oh,
crazy.
no. Juggling.
Call you the ball juggler?
This that pit in the middle.
Yes, there's about 5 feet of ice, and then it opens up into a large chamber. So you take light, you cast it on the snowball, and it goes down, and the snowball shatters. And as it shatters, the spell breaks. But for a split second, you can see that it's just a massive open chamber. And you see nothing.
Is it a
See how
straight
far
drop
it
down?
is.
About 100 feet.
So it was about 100 feet. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you said, Shrump asked if it was a straight. We're gonna have to tie off with ropes, or is it across at an angle? How can we
You
navigate?
couldn't see the
getting down
walls. You
Oh,
couldn't see
okay.
the walls. You could probably anchor a rope. You guys have rope?
Yeah, I've got 50
Yes.
feet of hempen rope. How about you,
Sure,
Shrub?
as well.
I do as well.
Sure. It's about total of about, I'd say, 80, 100 feet. 100 feet would be
80, 100 feet? That's a long way
that's
down.
that's a big drop. Yeah,
80,
it
100.
is.
800.
And it's going to be even a harder trip going back up. So, all right. So you
Well,
guys, we'll go
Now,
ahead.
time to be creative, Dave. Before you call for a break,
Yeah.
is it possible we can put everybody in the portable hole and then jump down there?
We'll discuss that when we get back from break. So you
All right.
guys
Okay.
climb down this rope. You guys
What?
you guys put this rope together. Now, do you put the rope down the hole, or you were saying something about the portable hole, Mr. Tiberius?
Yeah, I'm just saying crazy stuff. I mean, it's probably a terrible, stupid idea, but I was thinking somehow if people, I don't know what the physics are in a portable hole, but I know that they can stay in there and hold their breath for 10 minutes. So I was thinking only one person would need to slide down, because I could put everybody in the portable hole and then whiff it down like a frisbee. But then if I didn't make it down, they would all die. So we probably don't want
Thanks,
to do that.
Casby. That would be crazy, especially if you failed your strength check and everybody failed your strength check. That would be
Also,
Yeah,
Dave's
that-
not getting into a portable hole.
Plus, yeah.
Casby.
Yeah, I was
Thanks
just
for
trying
the
to come
follow,
up
man.
with something.
Appreciate it. Thank you very
But
much.
so ultimately, how are we
Onion
going to
Bro,
get down, you
welcome
guys?
to
Does
the channel.
can anybody like drift down on Featherfall, or do we want to like slowly walk down? And it's obviously I only have 50 feet of rope, and we
I've
already
got
know that
I-
it's way past 50 feet, so we're gonna
I
have to.
could cast spider climb on Widow.
Well,
Just
Shrump-
climb down
Shrump-
into the
I
hole
have
and
50
check it
feet.
out first.
Yeah, I have climbing gear too. I don't know if that helps.
I've got climbing gear and 50 foot of rope. Well, I've
Well,
got pitons.
we do have the rope.
Yeah, you have plenty of rope.
All right. So I say we climb down. I'll go third in line, just in case I fall.
Everybody
I'll
else is
bump
gonna break
against
your
other
fall.
people. Absolutely, Dave. And then the last person in line, maybe Shrump will be anchor. He'll be able to keep me from falling if I do fall. You guys, should we tie ourselves together just in case?
No. We should tie the rope in a loop fashion. We need to loop it around something and climb down both pieces.
Sure. There's a couple large whale bones sticking out of the floor of the.
Because remember, we may
within
want
the
to
back
get
room.
out of the hole.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you three want to go down, I'll stay at the top, because worst comes to the worst, I can always pull you out.
All right, let's do that. Let's do
And
that.
the reason we want to tie two together is if one breaks, we'll have the other one to climb back up home.
All right, that sounds like a plan. I'm not a climber. I'm a lover.
Great idea, Viv.
So-
So I'm going to give you inspiration for that idea. Also.
What?
Yeah,
That was my idea. I told her to say it during the break, Dave.
It's
No,
so
I'm
marvelous.
just joking.
Yeah, you have 2 ropes hanging off, total of 200 foot of rope. So you guys climb down. I'm not even going to make you guys do any, even though I should have some fun with this and make you guys do some strength checks every 10 feet. I feel that would be just a little over the top
Maybe
on
just
the rolls.
one strength check.
How about you? Sure. Thank you. We'll do 1 strength for halfway down.
All right.
So Widow, you can go ahead and give me your strength check first. We'll
Of course
So
not.
Widow-
Now I'm gonna die.
So the order is
No,
it's
you won't die.
Widow.
50-foot fall, that's going to hurt.
So is it Widow, Vay, Tiberius, and Shrump? That's
Okay.
that's our order going down.
That's
No, I'm
you.
going to stay at the top. and
You're
hold
able
onto the
to
rope.
you're able
Absolutely.
to stay. You have no problem at all climbing down that shimmying your way down that 100-foot rope. You don't even get rope burn. You don't even get rope burn, Widow. That silk cord feels silky smooth against your
You're
skin
sending the
going
women
down.
into the hole first?
Yeah, Widow went down
Alright.
first.
I'm going to move out of the way for the next person because I don't want when Tiberius's big clunky armored ass comes down this rope and fails his strength check, I'm not going to be breaking his fall.
But
Right.
we'll-
Vay is
we'll-
not. I'm not going down into that abyss with just Widow down there. For all I know, she is dead now. So one of you strong men can go first.
Okay.
Widow, are you still alive?
Dave, I'm looking around. I mean, is it with my low light vision? Can I see anything down here with me?
You can ascertain that there is a very large rectangular room with a bunch of bags and crates kind of piled in one side.
Ooh, if they're pillows,
the
I'm going to
chamber.
do the Assassin's Creed thing.
And there is also a chamber that leads to the southwest of the cavern.
I tell them to stay up there for a minute, and I like pull my hood up over my head and stealth into this area quietly, kind of sticking to the walls, and I kind of casually walk over to where the bags and stuff are, and
I disagree, Shrump. It's not safe. I say you should go on down.
kind of take a
Well,
look in there.
I'm here to pull everybody back up.
All right, so I'm gonna show you
leaving it
guys the
tied off.
map. It looks like everyone has the map up now, hopefully.
Yeah, everybody does.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it is a very large map.
Nice map.
Yeah, it's a
It's okay.
very large map. So Widow, you're the first one down. You appear in the middle of the room.
Alright, like I said, I'm kind of walking around very quietly, very stealthily. I'm sticking to the edges of the room, kind
Okay.
of in the shadow, wherever I perceive there to be more shadow.
What's taking Widow so long to respond,
And
you guys?
I don't know. I shouted.
I yelled back up and I said, "Hold on a minute, I need to check something out."
Okay.
Oh, she's... So knowing what I know about Widow, she's probably looking for freaking gold.
Yeah, as you get close, those bags and boxes actually appear to be baskets of different sizes, and it looks like they're woven out of leather strips and ribs of some type of creature.
Ew.
Yeah, and they're all stacked in the northwestern corner of the room.
Well, I don't think we should wait any longer. Should we start walking down? Even though she said to wait, should we start going down? Maybe she's been injured. Oh my God,
No.
she probably
But,
met against that dragon.
I'm
Can-
going to look inside these baskets.
Okay, so you want to
Go
move
on
up
down,
here.
Tiberius. I've got the rope.
Can you see the map, Misty?
Yes, I can. I'm just adjusting it.
Okay.
Sorry.
My bad. I synced it up. It didn't sync to you guys, or
No. I mean, I had to make it smaller. 'Cause
yeah.
It was, like, really
I
big
hear
on
you.
my screen.
well, every time I share it from now on, it'll pop up in the same spot for you. So I always put my combat tracker and chat on the left-hand side, and all of my maps on the right. So it always pops up in the same spot.
Yeah,
So-
it's always really big when it pops up, and I have
Yeah.
to
Oh, that's
covers everything up.
it's not the first time I've heard that. So no, I'm just kidding.
It's the first time I've heard it.
Just kidding. Boy, that was funny to see Tiberius smile from ear to ear on that one. If he had the cat on, the cat mouth would have went. All right, so in these baskets, Widow, are tons and tons and tons and tons of frozen fish.
Ew.
Yep.
Guys,
Oh yeah,
good.
you open up the lid and it doesn't stink too bad, but it does smell like fish.
should we shout down to her, you guys?
And all of these fish are wrapped in seaweed, so it's like they're they're kind of being preserved and put in these baskets.
Okay. Alright, I walk back over to the hole, and I kind of look up there. All's clear, guys.
Oh, thank God.
Send Tiberius down, then I walk away from the hole again.
As you shoot him with your assassinate as he's coming down the.
Exactly.
She doesn't want to be caught in the splash when he lands.
Yeah, the circle on the map, that's the splash zone. If you, that's what
Exactly.
it is.
So
What
I'm gonna cast light. Maybe I'll cast it on my shoe, and
Sure.
I'll start sliding down the rope.
Okay.
I want to do a strength check, so give me a sec.
I would love
I'll
for you
do
to
that.
give me a strength check as you, or you can even add in athletics if you're proficient with athletics. You can add that in also. So you're down about
that.
50 foot. Let's see if you are fine. Even 18 minus 1, you're fine. You shimmy your way all the way
I'm
down
gonna
the rope.
rappel down there like a boss.
You repel like a
Just-
boss all the way down.
Just end up like
Yeah.
flat-footed. I'll end on the ground, and I'll look around left and right.
Sure. A
Just
little
like
bit
I
of
planned
dust
it.
comes up, frost dust comes up.
Perfect. And then I'll yell up, It looks safe. The next person can come down. And then I'm gonna take a couple steps out just in case she falls. I don't want to get hit.
You don't want to be in the splash zone either,
No.
huh?